It is Monday, December 9th, 2013, and I had a memory of something that happened probably about 4 or so years ago when I was still married, and it was such a turning point in my relationship, and I wanted to share it with you. It's something that I learned. It was a principle I learned in Al-Anon, but despite that, whether you have addiction in your marriage or with your ex-husband, or there's just been abuse, or he maybe crosses emotional boundaries with you, or you find yourself married or not married anymore, obsessing over what your husband is doing all the time and that kind of a thing. You may not even know that you're doing that, but so here's the phrase. It's called detaching with love. And you may or may not have heard it or read it in other places, but I want to give you an example of how this played out for me. I had been going to Al-Anon for probably only like 2 or 3 weeks, and it was summertime, and I remember that a niece and a nephew were spending the night, and it was dinner time. And I had made dinner. The 4 kids were sitting around the table, and I had called my then husband up for dinner. And I'm putting the food on the table and everything, and he walks in and bumps into the door jamb, and I could just see glassy eyes. Now, what you need to understand is pre-Al-Anon, I would have probably sighed heavily. I would have given him a dirty look that he wouldn't even realize I was giving him. I would have probably clanked pots and pans around. I would have been, my anger, instead of going at him, I probably would have been, kind of nasty with the kids. But instead, what we did was, we ate dinner fairly quickly. And I said to them, which I know you guys don't all know me personally, but to know what I suggested, it was so not me, it's not even funny. I suggested to the kids, who were then all preteens, why don't we go to the carnival in town? Okay, I only really like my own kids, let alone the idea of a carnival with middle schoolers. But we did. We went, the 5 of us. I did not, ask my then husband. The kids and I went to the carnival, and they had so much fun. And though I probably didn't have fun, it was such a turning point for me to not be mean to him in those moments, to not be mean to my kids in that moment of disappointment, to not let it completely ruin my night. Had that been even a month prior, after the kids left, after finishing dinner, I more than likely would have journaled. I probably would have emailed my mentor. All those things are good, but I also probably would have stewed for like 4 or 5 hours and gone to bed so mad that my then husband had spent another day drinking. But I didn't. I went on with my life. I wasn't mean to him, and that changed something in me. So I guess I don't know why, I don't know if this affects any of you, if you're all watching this going, what is she telling us this story for? But I'm thinking, in a group of almost 540 people now, that odds are some of you in a difficult marriage or still struggling with issues with your ex-husband haven't learned how to let go. And though, yes, that changed everything for me that day, seeing that I could do that, of course it wasn't like from then on, everything was like a cakewalk. No. But I just want to encourage you that if you find yourself obsessing, if you find yourself reacting as opposed to responding to how your husband or ex-husband treats you or doesn't treat you, or what he says to you or doesn't say to you, or what he says about you, I just want to encourage you that you can step away, even if it's just a little bit, to protect yourself and your heart. And so I know, kind of an odd random story in the middle of Advent, but it came to my mind yesterday and I just felt compelled to share it with you, and just to encourage you that every single day you can take a step to become more whole, more healthy, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, physically, and that every day is a new day, and that Jesus wants to do something new in you. So with that, I'm going to wrap up. Ooh, there's a quick one. Yay! And I hope you have a beautiful December day. Okay, bye girls.